What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with a video about Bioware's newest IP that is going to hopefully be coming out soon, and that is a game called Anthem, which they revealed to us at E3 this year. I kind of wanted to talk about this a little bit earlier, but I wound up having to go on vacation and doing a few other things, so it's been a while since I could get to it. I also want to apologize, my voice may sound a little weird. It seems like every time I go on an airplane, I wind up catching some kind of sinus infection or cold from the 300 other people that are on the plane. So I'm trying to fight through that, but definitely want to talk about this gameplay that was shown to us at E3 because it looks really, really solid. Now, of course, the question is here, will Anthem be able to redeem Bioware's reputation somewhat after the sting that was Mass Effect Andromeda? Now, of course, Bioware and also their partners seem to be laying most of the blame at the feet of Bioware Montreal with this, basically saying they just weren't prepared to make such a great game. And I'm going to do a separate video where I talk about some of Mass Effect Andromeda's development issues, because there's some information that's been coming out that I want to get to on that. But this game is actually being made by Bioware Edmonton, which appears to be Bioware's kind of last bastion of hope, so to speak, one of the studios within them that has made so many decent games in the past. Bioware used to be on my most trusted list of studios I definitely wanted to purchase games for, was always excited about their games. But with what happened with Andromeda, obviously that has fallen off quite a bit for me and for a lot of other people. But Anthem looks pretty interesting. It's kind of set in an apocalyptic future. They're these people living in this last city, and they have these people called freelancers who go out in these awesome mech suits and fight enemies and gather information. It has a very similar feel to Destiny in a way. That's something a lot of people have hit on. But the gameplay to me looks a lot more interesting than Destiny so far. And just overall, it's a very intriguing game. I love the whole thing about, oh, we've got this suit of mech armor and we're getting into it and we're going to go out and kick some ass. And the gameplay they showed looked really cool. You can fly around, you get different weapons. There's one scene in the gameplay trailer where the lead character in the group kind of pulls out this shoulder-mounted missile launcher and takes out like 20 guys at one time, and it looks freaking incredible. But so far, it really, really looks interesting. And like I said, they're going to be kind of tempered expectations, though, obviously, with what happened with Andromeda. But overall, though, I'm kind of excited to watch the development of this and see where this goes, because this is definitely a game that I personally would be interested in. The game looks beautiful. I'm sure it's going to run great, especially on PC. And overall, it's just the kind of game I've sort of been waiting for, with the whole sci-fi world. Hopefully there's a lot more exploration. That was one of the things that really bummed me out with Destiny when it came out, was it promised this big open world experience, and then it kind of was just really, really bland. And Anthem looks really interesting. The environments look interesting. The enemies look pretty cool. There's these giant monsters you can fight. But again, I'm hoping there's going to be sort of this somewhat immersive world around it and some interesting quests and things, and hopefully a decent storyline. Now, this is kind of a different approach for Bioware, as this is more of an action-oriented game, as they've said. It's going to be the third-person view, but it's not a role-playing game, which is what they are used to making. So that may be some cause for concern, since Bioware is taking a shot at an action game. But from what they showed us in the trailer, I think they might be onto something here. It looks pretty awesome. Now, as many people have compared this to Destiny, I do kind of get that vibe a little bit, and actually it's kind of funny. I was really excited watching the trailer, and they get to one point where they wipe out this group of like normal enemies, and it's like in the middle of a quest, and they kill this group of normal enemies, and they get a loot drop, and they go up to the loot drop, and they get it, and it's like one of the most powerful legendary weapons in the entire game. And when I saw that scene, I immediately thought of the part in the original Destiny trailers where the guys are going through the first area in the Cosmodrome, and they kill one of the fallen bosses, like the early fallen bosses you fight in like stage 2, and he drops like the Thunderlord. And I was like, wow, that's very eerily similar to how the Destiny trailers were, and hopefully that is not a foreshadowing of how this game is going to play. This game looks kind of like The Division also in a way, in the way they're doing the whole third-person open world with the gear and the slots and everything. And again, that's another area that I was disappointed with. The Division was a game I was excited for, and it was not very good, at least in my opinion. They didn't do a very good job of it. And I only played it for a couple of weeks and put it down. I couldn't really stay with it or get into it. So it's kind of hard to do an action game and have this big open immersive world at the same time. But I'm hoping Bioware is able to deliver this, and we can get onto a run of some decent sci-fi games here. There's also hopefully going to be some news on Cyberpunk 2077 from CD Projekt Red pretty soon. That's another game I'm really looking forward to. But Anthem has definitely caught my eye, and this is probably the most anticipated game for me that I saw at E3. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff about Destiny 2, but I'm just not on the Bungie bandwagon. Having seen most of the footage from Destiny 2, and I'll be giving my own thoughts on that in another video, it just looks like Destiny 1.5. And it's almost like they took a bunch of the stuff from the first game that really should have been in the first game and decided, oh, hey, we're going to slap it into Destiny 2 and make you guys think it's going to be this whole brand new experience. But I don't know. I'll bash Destiny in another video. I'm not going to do it right now. But overall, Anthem looks pretty interesting. What do you guys think? Were you guys impressed with the trailer they showed? Are you guys still kind of cautious when it comes to Bioware, given how Mass Effect Andromeda went, or are you willing to give them another chance? I'm, of course, of the attitude that we should wait and see, and I'm definitely not going to pre-order anything. I've completely stopped pre-ordering games. It just isn't worth it anymore, especially when you can wait a couple weeks, especially on PC, and get the game usually for $20 to $30 less than it normally costs. But Anthem has caught my eye, and I'll probably be covering some news on this game when it comes out. And overall, I've been just really impressed with what they've shown so far. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, let me know your thoughts down below. What you thought about E3, what you thought about Anthem in general. What other games are you guys looking forward to coming out this year, hopefully. And just overall, what you thought. As always, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again next time.